Hey guys, Bunker Gaming here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today, I'm going to be talking about what my keybinds are in Minecraft. So, if you do not know what keybinds are, they are keys, or buttons you set to a certain action. For example, if I press 3 on my keyboard, it will go to the third slot in my hotbar. So now, on to the keybinds. Starting off, my first unusual keybind in the menu would be my drop key. Normally, it is set to Q, but mine is set to C. There is a bit of a story to this though. So one day I used the freelook hotkey to Q, but this was my drop key at the time, so I set it to V. Then I got a bigger keyboard, so I set it to C. Now moving on to the hotbar keybinds. To access my one slot, I press the caps lock key. Weird, I know. But I didn't like having to reach all the way to 1, so I figured the caps lock key would be pretty easy to press. And it is. To access my 2 slot, I press the E key. This is the default inventory key, and it's really easy to press. And this is where blocks go in Skywars, TNT or golden apples in Bed Wars. My 3rd, 4th, and 5th slot are all default, using the 3, 4, and 5 keys respectively. They're not interesting. To access my 6th slot, I have to press the 1 key. I never use the slot though, and if I do, I scroll to it because I forget about this hotkey a lot. To access my 7th slot, I go to the tab key. This, to me, is pretty easy to reach, but it is not as easy to reach as the caps lock key. To access my 8th slot, I press R. This used to be my sprint key before I used toggle sprint. Finally, to access my 9th slot, I press a button on my mouse. Now, on most mice, there are 5 buttons. Left click, right click, middle click, and the 2 buttons on the side. The button I press to get to my 9th slot is the one closest to the front of the 2 buttons on the side. I know that sounds really complicated, but just look at your mouse and you'll figure it out. To access my inventory, I press V. I used to use B to access my inventory, but similarly to the drop key, I got a bigger keyboard and moved the inventory key to V. To access freelook, I do not use Q anymore, but I use button 4 on my mouse, which is the button directly behind the button that goes to my 9th slot in my hotbar, or the button that is closer to the back of the mouse. To toggle my perspective, or go into F5 mode, I press F on my keyboard. I use this because back when I used macOS software, I had to press FN and F5 at the same time. If you've ever seen or used a Mac keyboard before, you'll know that pressing these 2 keys at the same time is hard. So I set it to F because it's way easier to press, and my switch to offhand key is Z instead of the default F because of this. To zoom, or to use Optifine, I press Q. The story behind this is that one day I switched my zoom and freelook keys. The end. It's a very, very good story and very long. My sprint key is T because R is occupied and it's toggle sprint, so I don't have to press it all the time. Because of my sprint key being T, I set my check key to Y. My sensitivity is 80% and my FOV is 63. Nothing that exciting there. With those 2 last things that aren't technically keybinds, that's everything. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and maybe even subscribe. We're super close to 100 subscribers, so I'd really appreciate a subscription. And with that, I'll see all of you guys in the next video. Bye!